This is Princess's Y75 motor yacht. Now, I did a very quick video of this at the Southampton Boat Show last year, but I never really felt I did it justice. So when Princess Motor Yacht Sales called me up and said, we've got one here in Swanwick, do you want to come and do a video? I jumped at the chance. So we're going to start on the back. And I love this huge bathing platform with these lounges that they put out on it. I can have a little sit on here. Can you imagine being here in the Med in a nice bay with your view out at water level? How cool would that be? Anyway, let's not get sidetracked. Let's go and have a look around this boat, because this is going to be a full tour. Access all areas, flybridge, deck areas, crew cabin, engine room, the lot. But we're going to start off as ever inside, just after passing through this rather lovely cockpit area with this big folding table just here. Okay, now the reason that I particularly like this boat is because I reckon this is pretty much just on the cusp of being able to be owner managed. In other words, if you don't want crew and you're reasonably competent, then a couple of people could manage this boat, I reckon. And what a great boat it would be to manage, because look at the space in here. It's just fantastic and really well finished. Love these big windows. It's a classic Princess thing now, of course. They're doing it on all of their boats. But it gives such a great view out. That TV, it's a massive TV, but of course it folds away electrically, so it retracts completely. And it has a surround sound system. You can see the speakers up in the ceiling. These are the surround speakers here, the centre speaker, and there are two more surround speakers at the back. So you've got a full theatre experience. Anyway, let's head on through. So look around at some of the little nooks and crannies. Say, for example, in here, wine cooler, very nice. And then if we head on past that, this is giving us storage for the glasses, so everything is to hand. How lovely is that? Well illuminated, see where the light comes on and off. Fantastic. This one's got a dining area in the centre of the boat, and you'll notice that this table is pushed very well up to the side so that you've got good access through the centre. But it's actually on tracks, so it won't go flying around if you're in a rough sea, but you can move it. You can see the tracks down there and it slides out across them. So if you are dining, you want more space, you can pull that out. Then over on this side there is space for all your crockery. What's in that one? That's just a drawer. I'll slide that one away. Look at that. It's just stunning. So nicely done. So the galley, well, that is opposite the dining area. There is a full height fridge freezer, of course, and tucked away in here is an ice maker. It's all electric cooking, as you'd expect, and it is, dare I try and pronounce this, meal. Opinion is varied. But anyway, you know what it is. And then masses of storage, of course, all the way around here. Things like your cutlery. So everything is where you want it. Everything is where you can get at it easily. What a great area. Okay, let's head on forward a little bit further. So this I like very much. This little snug area, a couple of steps up. And it means that people want to tuck themselves away from the main party can come up here. Or if you wanted to sit up here with a book, with the air conditioning on, get away from it all. What a great area. But also what's nice, of course, is that when the boat is cruising along, you can have people at the helm over there, and you can sit up here and chat with them, join in the ride. Because it's raised up, you've got a great view out. That's a really lovely little area. I like that very much. The helm itself, well, it's got a side access door, so again, in terms of owner operation, it means that whoever's at the helm can be out and onto the side deck very quickly if they need to be. And this is a touch screen up here. I think that this is for the climate control. Temperature. Yeah. Not certain. Don't quote me on that one. In fact, there's the air conditioning itself. Okay, and the helm is here. It's all glass screen, of course, so you've got your Raymarine equipment here, and then your engine instrumentation displays on here. And the switch gear is really neatly grouped across. This is for your stabilizers, and then you've got bow and stern thrusters on here as well, and these will hold, so you can actually put them across and have them holding, so it holds the boat in against the berth while you get your ropes on. So again, for a couple of people to handle, that actually makes that reasonably possible. It is a big boat, but if you're experienced, I reckon you could do it. I'd certainly be prepared to have a go. So let's head on down. Now there are two accesses here, as you can see, and the guest accommodation is everything to the front. As we go down here, there's a switch panel. This is the distribution panel for all of the ship's electrics. So on this side it's all the 230, 240 volt stuff, so things like water heaters and the hob and the barbecue and the microwave. That is all switched from there. And then over in the center is your water systems, things like discharge pumps and your high load equipment. And then over on this side, this is all of your ship's systems, so 24 volt lights and pumps and all that kind of stuff. And these are your main battery switches, so everything's dead easy to get at. You want to switch on the autopilot, well bang, it's there, you're done. So that works really well. Anyway, let's head on forward, take a look at the rest of it. If we head right to the front, this is the VIP guest cabin. So this is your best guest cabin. Really good size, big illuminated wardrobes, and plenty of storage in areas like this around here. Around here, there's drawers underneath the bed, AV equipment, and of course, a really nice ensuite. Love these door handles. Nice. But there are two more guest cabins. So cabin 3 and cabin 4 are back here. Again, lovely size, loads of storage, plenty of headroom. You might notice a slight flickering. That's not happening in real life. That's just the lighting fighting with the camera speed a little bit. So please try and ignore. And then in here, this of course has its own ensuite. A separate shower stall, and if we head out into the passageway, so this is the day head. So this is what you use if you're out with a load of people during the day. This is the toilet that people would use, so they don't need to go through any cabins. They can just go straight into there from the passage and then straight out and up. But that is also the ensuite cabin 4. So cabin 4 is here, again a really good size. Love this little dressing table they put in here. Very nice. And of course, wardrobes and so on, all illuminated. But it does have, behind this door, access straight into that day heads. So at night, every cabin has got its own full ensuite. No cabin is having to share with another one. But if you're the owner, you're not in this area at all. You're in your own separate little suite. And that is back here. Take a right, and there's another stairwell. So let's head down this one into this lobby area, and then there's a doorway that takes us into the master cabin. Full beam, of course, and a really great size. Look at that, stunning, isn't it? So settee over on this side. Lots of storage in areas like this, and then there's a big dressing table over on that side, and of course AV equipment all built in. Love the way they've done the lighting in areas like this. That works really well. And the ensuite for this cabin, well of course it's the best in the boat, you would certainly hope so, and that is behind this bulkhead. Really lovely size, twin sinks, illuminated mirrors, and a big rainfall shower. You can just see it up there. That's stunning. How nice is that? And when you come out from here, your wardrobes are directly outside. So just here is wardrobes with drawers underneath, like so. And then more of them here. So plenty of space for all your kit. Fabulous. And then back into here again. Nice. Okay, let's head on back. We're going to take a look at the deck spaces, and we're going to take a look at the crew area and the engine room, because that is pretty spectacular. Okay. What a sight to greet you when you come up in the morning. Preferably with a few fresh croissants on here. We'll work on that. Okay, let's go and take a look around the outside. So, pop the old shoes back on. And we'll head out down this side deck first. Now, one thing worth mentioning is underneath here, is another helm station. So you've got controls for your bow and stern thrusters, you can drop the anchor from here, and of course your engine controls. And that means if you're stern to berthing, you can stand right at the back of the boat and watch it in, which again, if you're short-handed, there's just a couple of you managing the boat because you don't want any crew, that's a phenomenally useful thing to have. Brilliant side decks, really wide, very easy walk along. And this is that side door from the helm position. You can see it just there. Anyway, let's carry on up to the foredeck. And what you have here is a foredeck seating area. Worth mentioning, in fact, that just in there, just to show they've not forgotten the practicality, and this is a boat first and foremost, these are storage areas for things like fenders and ropes. So when you untie from your marina like this, you don't have to drag the whole lot back to the cockpit and find somewhere to put it. You've actually got places to put it up here. And this is the bow cockpit. So we can take a seat up here. This is brilliant for areas like this. So you can come and sit up here and take in the view. Very nice. Sunbathing cushions up ahead, of course. Okay, let's go on around. This is the stereo controls for the fusion system. It's got speakers up here. Anchor handling kit up here. One thing worth pointing out is this sunbathing area. This centre cushion lifts, and that is a hatch down to that forward cabin. So if you were in there and there was a problem, you couldn't come out the usual way, you can head forward onto the bed, open that, and up and out. So that is just a safety escape area, which you will hopefully never need, but I'm probably very reassured to know is there. I know I would be. What a great looking boat. Even a bit of sunshine, aren't we lucky? Oh, another thing to point out, love these. These are lights. So they pull out like that and illuminate. I don't know whether you could see that do that. And what these do is just give a nice glow in this area, and then you've got pin lights down underneath here, you've got another one over there, so this whole area can be just very gently bathed in soft light when you're up here at night and then tucked away during the day. Awesome. There's more lights along the deck edge here as well, so as you're walking up and down, it's all gently lit. Fantastic. Okay, let's head on back. We'll take a look at the Flybridge, and then we'll head into the crew area and the engine space. So Flybridge is accessed from here. These are more lights, so again this whole area is just gently lit at night beautifully. And up on the top, well, first of all, you've got a massive area on the back for putting sun loungers out on, or to do whatever you wish with. That's really great. And the view from up here, imagine being in a bay somewhere nice, just completely open. Beautiful. And you get a great sense of the scale of this Flybridge from up here as well. And up here you've got a dining table, so if you want to eat outside you can do. This one's got the hard top, so if you're somewhere really hot like the Med, then you don't cook up here. You've got a nice bit of shade. But if you did want to have more sunshine, well, then this whole centre section will roll back electrically to open this big aperture and let the sunshine through. There is a bar up here, and this has got all your usual amenities. So there's a barbecue underneath that one. There's a fridge in here, and then of course a sink, storage, even an ice maker. So you're not having to run up and down the stairs every time you want to freshen your drink. And so that big seating area there, and then some great seating around the helm, so that when you're underway people can lie out here next to the helm, chat to the skipper. Brilliant. And when you're done up here, all this engine instrumentation and nav screens, you can touch a button, which is that one, and the whole lot folds away to protect it. It's all a bit James Bond really, isn't it? Nice, what a view. Cool, okay, let's head on back and we'll check out those last couple of areas. So, we're back down the stairway, back through the cockpit. I'll just point out this hatch here because it'll become clear what that is when we go down into the lower area. This is another fridge in here, by the way. Well, not short of space to keep the drinks cool. And these are power winches, so that when you're in the Med and you're stern to, you can pick up your mooring buoy at the front, put your lines down there and then power yourself back in against the quay. Okay, crew cabin access and engine room. main access is down here. Look at this little seat they put in, by the way. So if we open this, okay, let's go. The crew cabin itself is down here and off to the left, and this is a proper decent cabin in its own right. In fact, if I come in here, you'll see full standing headroom all the way through, and it's finished to guest cabin quality. So the woodwork in here and the way they've trimmed all this, it's all proper guest cabin quality. It's not cheapened down for a crew area, which means, of course, that you could use this as a fifth cabin if you wanted to. It's perfectly capable of that. There's a window in here for some ventilation as well, and there's storage in behind the door. So you've got your wardrobe and shelving so you can get stuff put away. And there's another window just here, out, you can just see out to the back. So not short of natural light either. And of course it has an ensuite, that's on this side. Again, decent area and a separate shower stall. So you're not having to step out of the shower straight into the cabin. You can come out of the shower into the dry part of the bathroom and then step out once you're dried. So yes, no reason at all why you couldn't use that as cabin number 5, but a brilliant crew cabin if you are running the boat with crew. Air conditioning controls, lighting controls, all the usual bits and pieces. More storage out here, and then ahead of this is the engine room. Now, I mentioned the hatch in the cockpit floor. That is what this ladder is for. It goes up to there, so it gives you another way out of this area. So again, emergency situation, or for any reason you couldn't get out the back, you've got another route out. But this engine room is just magnificent. Typical Princess, beautifully lit, beautifully configured, and of course full standing headroom all the way through. Now these engines, these are the largest engines they put in this boat. These are MAN V12 engines. They are 1,800 horsepower each, and that's given this boat speeds up past the mid-30s. So it's about 36, 37 knots, I believe. Properly fast boat for a Flybridge boat. And my favourite fact about these engines is that they are V12, so they're 12 cylinders. Each cylinder is about 2 litres, so each cylinder is the size of a typical mid-range family saloon car, and there are 12 of them in that engine and another 12 in that engine. It's like having 24 saloon car engines down here working away. It's a huge amount of power. Big tanks either side, and again, typical attention to detail in the way that everything is mapped out. Generators, for example, there's twin generators on this one, and they're racked here. And look at the plumbing on this thing. I mean, somebody knows how all this goes together, but they're a better man or woman than me. And again, all your air conditioning units are all racked out. Everything's easy to get to. And things like, if you look at the plumbing, everywhere is labelled, so you can see exactly what it is and where it goes. It's a really great, proper professional job. People wonder where the money goes to in these boats, but when you really look into the detail, you can see exactly where it is. Okay, let's head on back out and finish up. So that's it. That is the Princess Y75. I think that's an absolutely magnificent machine. I like that very much. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you have, if you can give the like button a quick click, that helps with the analytics. And please do hit subscribe, because we've got a load more videos coming, some really nice stuff. So I look forward to showing it to you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.